Yeah. What's up with y'all, boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with the Pig Dogs Morning Show on this money making Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Action packed Saturday. We got Major League Baseball, of course. We'll have that till October. We have the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs starting today. We also have the NBA playoffs starting today, man. Um, got Chris and Brian with me, man. We're gonna cook it up and try to smash it per usual. Chris, Hannon, bro, how you doing?
Doing all right. Yeah, it's like you said, great weekend because we finally get to playoff basketball, playoff hockey. So it's a wonderful time of the year. Baseball's in full swing. Still going to feel like I'm going to get my footing sooner rather than later in baseball. So I'm ready to break down the card and then settle in for WrestleMania Night 1 tonight.
No, I'm pumped for that WrestleMania tonight as well. Yeah, action packed Saturday, man. I ain't going nowhere. Don't nobody call me. Nobody bother me. So at home today. It's raining in Dallas, man. It's supposed to be storming all weekend. So yep. Brian, how you doing today, buddy?
I might have to get out my fantasy football championship belts that I have somewhere around here. You got your WWE belt. I got my fantasy football. But yesterday, 2-1, I got lucky on both wins. Chicago Cubs came back. Well, they were up. They went down. They came back. And then the Miami Heat, I feel like I got lucky with that one because I think the Hawks had the momentum. It just couldn't close it out there at the end. So I'll take my 2-1 day and move on to today. I think the card's loaded across the board. So.
Yes, sir. I'm right there with you. I went 2-3 yesterday, unfortunately. 2-0 in the NBA. I had the Grizzlies and the Heat. The season of start of horrors continues for me in
baseball. Yeah, baseball's been rough. I probably like 38% baseball this year, something like that.
Yeah, I'm getting slaughtered right now. So I had the Twins yesterday's top bet, and I had the Rangers, and I had the Marlins. All plus money. Thought they might have had opportunities. Nope. So, but hey, it's a grind in baseball, man. It's a long season. You're gonna have losing streaks, and you're gonna have a monster winning streak. You're gonna feel like you can't lose. So, ready for that to happen. Hopefully, it starts today, man. I got two great guys to help me start it. Man, fellas, we got a lot of ground to cover. So, what y'all say, man? Y'all wanna hop right in?
Sure.
Let's start our day in Major League Baseball. Let's get that card out of the way. We got, speaking of those Marlins, we got Cal Quantrill and Taijuan Walker battling it out. Marlins, Phillies. We got the Royals and the Tigers, Seth Lugo and KC Mize. And we got the Diamondbacks, Los Serpientes, Zach Gallen, battling it out with the Chicago Cubs. We also got, we'll do four. We got the Mariners and the Blue Jays, Logan Gilbert and Jose Barrios. Franchise. How you feeling?
Yeah, there's a lot I like here, but I rolled the over in Marlins Phillies. Two starting options I don't trust. Cal Quantrill, I think, is going to get roughed up by the Phillies bats here. But I also think the Marlins can get a few runs off of Taijuan Walker, especially after now the bullpens get involved. Two untrustworthy bullpens. I think there's going to be runs early and often in this one. So give me the over. And I'm going to lean towards the Diamondbacks here. That first matchup was chaotic yesterday. It was crazy, but I think the Diamondbacks still can get to Ben Brown a lot easier than the Cubs get to Zach Gallen. Gallen struggled against the Cubs in his debut, but I think he bounces back here, has a decent outing. I think the Diamondbacks get revenge. Ben Brown is just not a good option in this Cubs rotation. So give me the Diamondbacks on the money line in that one.
Brian, first four baseball. How you feeling, my man?
Well, normally I try to keep it to one free pick, but I like every single one of these games. Probably all of them could have been premiums, but I agree with Chris with the Marlins and Phillies. I think it goes over the 10.5. The perfect weather for hitting in Philadelphia. It's around cloudy. Should be around 80 degrees or so. Both these pitchers, I think Walker's due to start playing to the back of his baseball card. I don't buy his stronger start. He showed some chinks in his arm the last time out. Quantrill, he stinks. I think the Phillies bat should get to him. Let's see. I'll pick one more out here. I'll take the Kansas City Royals on the money line. They burnt me last night, but I'm back on them. It's just this line seems a little light for how hot the Tigers have been and how poorly the Royals have been playing. I just think the Royals are due to start heating up a little bit. So I'm going to take Seth Lugo and the Royals here on the money line.
Jovan, man, my man, welcome to the morning show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right now, we are 4 games into baseball. That's all you miss. First 4 games: Marlins, Phillies, Royals, Tigers, Diamondbacks, Cubs, Mariners, Blue Jays.
Yeah, how can I not take the Marlins and Phillies over? I mean, it's a steep number, I'll give it that, but I think we're gonna see major regression out of Taijuan Walker and Cal Quantrill. He's good to give up a couple jacks. So with them and then the bullpen and coming into play, especially for the Marlins, I expect for this one to go over. I back Arizona. Crazy game yesterday, like Chris alluded to. But with the ace on the mound for the Diamondbacks, I could only go their way at a cheap price. Browns, he could get lit up. He should be able to get lit up, and I think that's what happens in this one. So I believe the Diamondbacks even up this series going into tomorrow. And this is what I've historically done for Toronto's Blue Jays total. I've taken over on a Saturday afternoon. It's kind of tough, with Logan Gilbert on the mound. But, I think it could get there at 8. I think it'll be a 5-4 game some way, somehow. And I'm just going with what I usually do in the Toronto Blue Jays game and hope for the best, really. So it's just a lean.
For me, sound like a broken record. I agree with you guys on that over. Marlins, Phillies. Y'all know Taijuan is one of my guys. I did not like how he looked last outing. Marlins, offensively, while they don't have a lot of household names, the way they've been hitting overall to start the season, I think they can do a little damage today. And I think the Phillies do some damage to Quantrill as well. So I like an over in that one. Also, I'm going to go back to the over Diamondbacks Cubs. I'm going back to it. A really high scoring game yesterday. I like the way the Cubs bats have looked this season. I said that. And I think today's just going to be another game at home where even if it starts slow, kind of like yesterday did, it's going to pick up later on in the game. Especially when we start to get to the bullpens and things of that nature. So I'm going to go back to that over Diamondbacks, Cubs. That's all I really like here in this first slide. I ain't forcing it in baseball, man. It's kicking my ass right now.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Let's keep it rolling, man. We got Reds, Orioles, Hunter Green versus, who is this? Young?
Just making his major league debut.
Brandon Young.
Mr. Brandon Young. Okay, Mr. Brandon. Let's see what you got in the show today. We got Ben Lively versus Mr. Paul Skeens, Guardians, Pirates. We got the Cardinals and the Mets, Liberatore versus Kodai Senga. And we got the Dodgers and the Rangers, Sasaki versus Big Game Nate Eovaldi. That game ended crazy last night. Interested to see how it play out today. Brian, how you feeling?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to hear Rod bragging about the Dodgers yesterday. Me and him were arguing about that game, but that's what happens on a Friday night. I'm used to it, but today's Saturday, so hopefully the Rangers have some better luck tonight. As far as this grouping goes, I'll take the Baltimore Orioles with Brandon Young. You look at his minor league numbers; they're not too bad. 3.57 ERA with a 1.23 WHIP over his career. I think Hunter Green's one of the best young pitchers in baseball, but this Orioles team, well under 500, they need to start winning these home games. So at this price, I'll take the Baltimore Orioles on the money line.
Javon, how you feeling, my man?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the Cincinnati Reds. Hands down, the better pitching option. Like Brian said, one of and for me, not just one of the best young pitchers, one of the best pitchers in the league. Um, he came into the league highly touted, hadn't been able to put it all together in the last, couple seasons or last year mid-season, started on putting it together, and lo and behold, he's mowing them down. He's putting zeros on the board, and I believe that he does it again against this Orioles outfit, who they're batting what 30 points below their average last year. Yeah, I don't like that. So I believe that he could possibly blank Baltimore and Cincinnati. Given their upgrade in manager and their general talent on offense or as a team in general. I like my chances with them at even money. So that's the only thing I like in this time slot.
Fair enough. For me here, I got to roll big game Nate. I got to roll big game Nate and the Rangers. That was a good game yesterday. That's all it was. It was a good game. Pitchers dueled through most of it between two of the best pitchers in the game. Rangers had opportunities in that game, just couldn't cash in. And it came down to the final out. Dodgers kind of broke it open late. I think today's going to be really similar as well. Just a really competitive game, and I think the Rangers actually pulled this one out behind big game Nate Eovaldi. So I'm rolling with the Rangers in that one. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm leaning towards a Mets run line. There's really no other way to play this game. I think Kodai Senga is going to come out here and have a solid outing. I haven't really liked what the Pirates have done over the last couple of days. It seems like the Mets kind of have a firm grasp on what's going on here at home. Off that Lindor walk-off last night, man, I ain't fading it. I can't do it. I'm rocking with the Mets here in this one. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the under in Orioles and Reds here. I like what Hunter Green's brought to the table. Zero. It's a sub-1 ERA so far this season. It's been borderline untouchable, but the problem is that he's only 2-2 in team starts because the Reds' offense hasn't been able to back him up. So I think that Brandon Young could have a decent debut here. Scouting report, he's got 5 pitches. He's not going to overwhelm you with his fastball. He's in the low 90s, but he's got solid stuff. He's still one of the higher touted prospects in that organization. So I think he can have a decent start here and get a low scoring game in that one. So give me the under in Reds and Orioles. Give me the over in Dodgers Rangers. I think the Dodgers, can get a few runs off Eovaldi here. But I also think the Texas Rangers can get to Roki Sasaki, who just has not looked great early on in terms of his control. He hasn't been giving up many runs, but 13 walks allowed in just over 13 innings of work. The Rangers can make you pay for those mistakes. I think extra base runners only give us more value towards the over 8. I think this is just a line that's based on what we saw yesterday, which was a 3-0 win. So I'm going to go with the over 8 in this one.
keep it rolling. We keep it rolling. We got the White Sox and the Red Sox, Yankees and the Rays. Cookie Carrasco on the mound. And we got Nationals and the Rockies, Mackenzie Gore versus Dollander. And we got the A's and the Brewers, Severino versus Patrick. Jovan, you're up first here, my man.
Yeah, I'm on the Rockies. They're on a 6-game losing streak. Went 0-4 on their recent road trip. Got blinked a few times. Things aren't looking well for them, but they're at home. And if you're gonna back them, it has to be at home. Got an extra day's rest to prepare for this one. Mackenzie Gore, not so hard on the road. I think it could happen. I think they could snap their losing streak. So give me the Rockies in that one. I'll take the under in the White Sox Red Sox game. We see this matchup last week in Chicago. 3-1 final. So I think I'm gonna keep on going with that. Wind is blowing out. At a 15-mile-an-hour clip. Towards center. Gotta look for that. But I know what Garrett Crochet's gonna do. He's gonna, have a lot of swings and misses. Smith, he's looked well. Only way I could go here is the under, probably first 5 under. It might be the stronger play. And I think at the end of the day, I think I might have to extend the clip on the Red Sox to break it open late. Because of course that minus 310, 320, whatever it is well too steep, and I would never ever in life lay that kind of money on any game in the major leagues. So yeah, extend no clip it to have whether it's minus 2.5, minus 3, however it takes to get the plus money. That's what I would extend the clip it to. So it'll be the Red Sox in that one. I'm looking for Tampa Bay for the bounce back. Shane Baz on the mound going up against Cookie Carrasco. I like my chances with the Rays in that one. Everyone thought it was going to be an over game last night. Well, that's baseball for you, 1-0. Conditions were set for the over, and guess what? It didn't happen. You might see a little bit more runs in this one. I don't know about it going over, but I do expect some sort of runs in this one. But yeah, it'll be Tampa Bay for me.
That's really the only one I like in this slot. I'm with you. I'm on TB. It's a gut feeling bounce back spot, kind of like you said. That's all I'm feeling here. Baz has been serviceable. The Rays typically always play the Yankees tough. It's never just Yankees come in, dominate them, get out. Just playing the spot, just a spot play for me. Rays can still, make some of the series win here, maybe steal one tomorrow. Didn't lose the series, they tied it. So that's all I like here in this slot, really. I don't like the weather in the Rockies to try to take a shot on the Rockies. I'll be on the Rockies soon. It's just not yet for me. I ain't bet them not one time this season. I don't think I'm gonna do it quite yet. Soon. No, I think I did bet them. I bet them one time already with Feldner on the mound.
Oh, you're missing out on the losing. Jump on board with me.
Yeah, I usually am there. I love betting the Rockies. I just ain't been doing it recently. So I'll be on them soon. Not today though. Only thing I really like here is the Rays. Chris?
Yeah, I will be on the Rockies today. It was, to be honest, it was a premium for me until the postponement yesterday. But Dolander's had some issues, but I think Mackenzie Gore's going to have some issues. Historically, Mackenzie Gore's had issues far more often on the road than he's had at home. He's been a strong pitcher at Nationals Park. When you take him on the road is when he struggles. Hitter-friendly confines of Coors Field. I think the Rockies can get to him here. They're a far better team hitting at home than they are on the road. I think Mackenzie Gore struggles in this one. Delander's, a highly touted prospect in that Rockies organization. I think they can bounce back and get a win for him at home. And I'm going to be with you guys on the Rays. I keep getting burned with Tampa Bay, but there's just in no way can I, in good faith, take Carlos Carrasco. It's not often that you're going to see the Yankees as dogs this season just based on public perception, but there's a reason why they're underdogs here is because Carrasco is brutal. So give me the Rays on the money line in this one.
Yeah, for me in this time slot here, I agree with Chris and Jay. Chris and Jovan there with the Colorado Rockies. I like Dolander. I think he's got some good stuff. I wouldn't lay minus 150 with the Nationals on the road, minus 145. That's asking for trouble. I think the best bet in this time frame is Oakland is the Athletics here. I had them written up as a premium, and then I backed off. Luis Severino, I know his ERA is around 4, but if this guy wants to end up on a contender, I think this line just overall looks light to bet the Milwaukee Brewers are 1-3 straight. I'm going to take a chance here with the Athletics. I think they get it done.
Last slot in baseball today, we got the Padres versus the Stros, Michael King versus Mr. Wisniewski. We got the Twins versus the Braves, Woods Richardson versus Chris Sale. And we got the Giants versus the Angels, Roop versus Hendricks. I took a shot yesterday on the Twins. I didn't feel like it was a shot. I feel like they should have won that fucking game. And they just died. They were up 4-2, 4-4, 6-4, ball game.
Twins have been my kryptonite this year. But I stayed off them yesterday.
Back on them today, though. I know. Continuing to play with fire, fading Chris Sale. I'm asking for it. I don't know, man. I genuinely believe the Braves are just tremendously overrated and overvalued right now. And getting plus 180, 175-ish, that's a good enough price for me, man. It's a good enough price for me to take a shot here with the Twins. They've played better baseball here over the last 4 or 5 games than they have for the full course of the season. I just didn't like the way they closed out that game yesterday. Hopefully they get that shit together today. I'm going to take a shot personally on the 50-50 Twins. And then I want to take the Padres. I don't know ultimately if I do it. Michael King, the Padres have played really well behind him this season. I do believe the Padres are the better team by a pretty decent margin. I do believe this is the season the Astros fall off. That line kind of scared me, though. Let me just be real. Small lean for me on the Padres. I probably should have bet the Padres, but this is a game I bet all season long, and then the Astros find a way to win it. So baseball got me scared. And now I'm just being 1,000. So small lean Padres. Don't know if I end up betting it. Chris?
Yeah, I'll bet the Padres. For me, Wisniewski is sort of the weak link of this Astros rotation. If I was an Astros fan, this is not someone I'd want as an option in my starting rotation. He's a glorified spot starter for me. Struggled as a reliever. And, like I said, I'm not high on him. I like Michael King way better in this matchup. While the Astros have hit righties better, and they've hit lefties. I think yesterday was just a matchup against a rookie lefty not a rookie, sorry. Just a subpar lefty in Kyle Hart, but I think the Padres get their get back today. Get revenge on the Astros. So give me the Padres in that one.
Yeah. For me, this is the toughest time slot. I'm going to do a slight lean to the Los Angeles Angels. Got another winner yesterday. I know Kyle Hendricks is tough to back, but he is off a outing where I think he went 5 innings of strong baseball. I just Giants have done well on the road, but I don't think that's going to be a long-term thing for the Giants here. I'll take the Angels at home on the money line.
Yeah, I'm also on the Padres. Just a situation. They lost last night. They got the better pitching option, got the ace on the mound. Why consider the ace on the mound and Michael King. I think it's all systems go for them to bounce back. I don't see Houston running a 2-game sprint on the Padres. Not as currently constructed. I'm also on Milwaukee. I'm gonna take them first 5. Just a better pitching option with Chad Patrick on the mound. Luis Severino. He did bounce back in his last start. Only gave up 1 run in 5 innings, but the starting pitching option isn't going to be the Brewers' problem. It's going to be the back end of their pitching staff, that bullpen. So I want nothing to do with it or them. So I'm just going to chop it down in half, take them first 5. I think the Athletics' chance to get a win was yesterday. It didn't happen. It's not going to happen today. And we're on Atlanta, -2. Possibly 2.5, but I would say -2. Simeon Woods Richardson's on the mound. I like fading him. Really, I like fading Minnesota. It's been like that for years. They're one of my least favorite teams in the majors. Not a great lineup, and that's in some of their years where they were actually doing something. They're downright awful against lefties. Batted 118 this season. Chris Hill not having the best season. He has a 6.63 ERA. Hasn't looked good at all. But I think this is a get right spot for him. I think he's salivating, against this inept lineup against lefties and in general. So it's Atlanta for me, -2.
That's Major League Baseball for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Talk some playoffs now, man. Let's talk some playoffs. We got 2 games today in the National Hockey League Association. We got the JETS Jets -195 over the St. Louis Blues at home at the crib. Chris, it's the franchise. First game. How you feeling?
Yeah, I like the under in this game. I think this entire series is going to be decided on goaltending. You have Jordan Binnington and Connor Hellebuck. Hellebuck probably a shoe-in for the Vezina, but also the 2 goalies have faced off in the championship of the 4 Nations face-off. Literally, you got the best goalie for Canada, the best goalie for the U.S. I think that, if you can get 5.5 at a reasonable price for the majority of this series, I would take the under. I could see a lot of these being 1-3. Games going to overtime, the 60-minute tie, if you can find it as well, I think it's going to be valuable in the playoffs. I think there's going to be a lot of overtime hockey, especially in this series as well. So give me the under in Winnipeg and St. Louis, game 1.
Brian, any thoughts?
Oh boy, another strong 2-game card here. Oh boy. I was starting to write up the Colorado Avalanche. This line opened at -125. Now we see -160 at Caesars for Colorado. You always, in this situation, when a big guy goes down, normally somebody else will step up. So that would make me like Dallas. I just think this number is high for a reason. I think the Avs take game 1. I know Jay's a big Dallas fan. And then I'll lean towards the St. Louis Blues here in the money line. I talk to a lot of handicappers daily, and seems like, and people in general, everybody has the Winnipeg Jets it was -180 or so, or 185 yesterday, the day before. Now it's up to around 205. They're still pounding Winnipeg. That's just too much juice here. We've seen upsets already in the NHL in the playoffs. So I'm going to take a chance with a lean on the Blues, but I think the stronger play is the Avs.
I'm on the Blues plus 165. One thing I've done a lot this season was attack Blues at plus money. I think they steal the first one. I just got a feeling they steal it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here, man. I'm taking the Blues plus money in that first one. It's gonna be a good game. It's probably gonna be low scoring, like Chris says. But I think that in a game like that, that kind of favors the Blues. I think the Jets gonna get a little tight late in this game. Blues still won, so that's what I like here. That first one, Chris. My boys, man, they've been playing like ass. Hot garbage. What are we on? A 7-game losing streak? Shit. Plus 130 at home, or banged up, or bruised, or injured. Do we still win today?
Yeah, you're not going to like what I have to say for game one. I think the Avs steal home ice in game one. I think the Stars will be competitive in this series. Like you said, it's not a great way to enter the postseason. I'm all about looking for a buy low spot on certain teams. And the Dallas Stars have still a great goaltender in Ottinger, a complete team, from top to bottom. But Jason Robertson is a big injury. And Nathan McKinnon is just a beast in the postseason. So I think that for me, the safer, well, I shouldn't say safer option, but the option that I think is just more likely in game one is Avalanche money line. I do have this series going probably 6, maybe even 7 games, but I think that the Avalanche get it done in game one. I need to see that the Stars are going to be okay without Jason Robertson before I back them. So give me the Avs money line.
Yeah, I'm insane as hell. This is do or die today. This is do or fucking die. We lose game one, it's over. I think we come out and go balls to the walls and show everybody we still the best team of hockey and pull out a dub at home and just simmer out. Everybody simmer on down. Everybody simmer down. Everybody chill out. You know what I mean? Did y'all forget we put these boys out last year? We did it to them boys. I know we're not playing well, but it's over. It's a new season. That shit's done. It's in the past. It's over with. Today's a new day. And at home, at the crib, man, playoff hockey is different. It's different. And I don't know, man. Give me plus money with who I still think is the better team. Just not playing well. Buy a low spot. Do or die. I think if they lose this, it's over. To me, that's how I'm looking at it. If they lose game one at home, it's over. They might lose 5-1 or 4-1. Push the chips in the middle of the table today, and we take one, man. We still, like Chris said, still got a great goalie. I think Ottinger shows up, probably has a couple great saves that, really rock the venue. Like, this venue finna be jumping tonight, man. AAC ain't been jumping in a minute, because of what happened on the other side, but
It's too much plus money here for Dallas. It's just enticing you to take the Star. I don't know. I don't trust it. I'd like Dallas better if it was like
they're on a setting
100 or plus. Yeah, but those, towards the end of the season, a lot of the teams are just on cruise control. But anyway, you like who you like, and it is a lot of plus money for a home team. We have seen in the past when a big player goes down, other guys step up their game, and but I like Colorado here, so we'll see.
We shall see. That's hockey for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over to the NBA, the National Basketball Association. 4 games over there today. Playoffs starting over there today, man. First game up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. 5.5-point dogs on the road in Indiana. Total 225.5. Y'all want to go 2 at a time or 1 at a time? Up to you.
2.
All right. And we got the Clippers and the Nuggets. Denver laying 2.5 total, 224.5. I lost that order, so
I think we're at Chris, but that's just my guess.
I think I went first for NHL.
Oh, damn it.
I can go first if you want.
Oh, no, I can go. I'm ready to go here. You know, I'll take the Indiana Pacers, lay the points, just like I said, a lot of my buddies, or a lot of people that I talk to, I shouldn't say friends, like the Jets. A lot of people like the Milwaukee Bucks here. I think they're a public dog. Indiana has lost to Milwaukee three out of the last four straight up. But I think this is the Pacers' year. They're at home. They need a statement win right out of the gate. And with even records, this line kind of tells you what you need to know. I think the Pacers are the play. I think you wait until closer to tip to get a better line. But I'll take Indiana here.
Yeah, I saw somewhere that in the last 10 Pacers games that they're 3-6-1 straight up in the first half and 8-2 in the second half. Well, if those trends or stats hold up, I'll take Milwaukee on the money line the first half. You know, simple as that. You know, Milwaukee, you know, jumps on them early, you know, and makes the Pacers adjust, and they've been good at adjusting at home. So you know, that's the only way I would play this. You know, get a little nice plus money on win to start the day. Milwaukee first half money line. And the second game is the Clippers in Denver, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah, it'll be Denver first quarter. I know they've been hearing all the Clippers love. You know, Clippers gonna win the series. You know, Clippers are, you know, a dangerous team, a dark horse. That all might be well and true, but they got the Joker over there, you know, in high altitude. You know, got a full board of his own players back. You know, Jamal Murray, he's back. I mean, you know, it's a clean roster right now. You know, so I think that they're gonna try to send a message and they'll get a little bump in this one early on. You know, and what's that, 1850 miles up in altitude or whatever that is. You know, so first quarter, get in, get out real quick. Nuggets.
I think you're forgetting about the ace in the hole, the biggest addition to the LA Clippers, Mr. Ben Simmons, you know, the future Magic
Right.
Johnson. I used to call him Ben Simmons. Don't forget about that guy.
Yeah, he's long forgotten.
I used to get in trouble when I talked about Ben Simmons, but he's not the triple-double machine that he used to be.
He's a bum. That's what he is.
Oh, you're hurting my heart. Poor Ben.
For me,
that must be when he was with the Sixers.
He's a
When you
bum.
got your love for him.
He can't hit free throws. He's a bum. I'm just joking around.
for me today, man, I agree with pretty much everything Brian said about that Pacers Bucks game, almost to a T. I think Indiana has to come out and make a statement here. Indiana, remind you, was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And a lot of that was aided by how well they played at home in the playoffs. They're a different team, monster, and animal at home, at the crib, especially in the playoffs. You got to remember the area that they're in. Their fans don't have a whole lot to cheer for. So, like, they show up and show the hell out for them Pacers. Venue finna be on 1 million today. Early start time. It wouldn't shock me if Milwaukee had the first half lead and then Pacers go on what they usually do, a really good second half run, offensive run. Milwaukee gets kind of stagnant offensively, probably trying to incorporate Dame back into the fold. I got Pacers winning this game by like 10 when it's all said and done.
So he's good to go for game one?
I believe he is. I believe he's cleared. He's cleared to play, and I don't see him on the injury report. So looks like he's gonna give it a go. Now it's a question of how many minutes. But as far as I've checked, I've been double checked and triple checked. Look like he's in. So
Who?
Lillard,
Dame Lillard.
Oh, he says he's out with a calf.
does it?
That's what it just showed me when I just looked at it.
Is it update? Oh, he is out now.
Yeah.
That's even better for Pacers.
Even better. Last time I checked, he was clear for the blood clot. Oh, the calf. Yeah. Well, that puts a hamper in that Milwaukee, man. And even still, like Indiana's one of those teams that can get nuclear offensively. That report still don't seem updated, but I don't know.
No, what it is that he's cleared, but he has to ramp up. So he's not gonna play game one. You might see him later in the series. That was the last word that I got. That was like a day or two ago.
Okay. No Lillard for them boys today. That makes me even like the Pacers even more. Tough game though. Tough game. The other one, Nuggets, Clippers. Ultimately, what this game comes down to for me is I gotta roll with the Nuggets, man. The Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. And the Nuggets cannot afford to relinquish home court in game one to the Clippers. The Clippers were the best home team in the NBA this season. They're too good at home. I still think the best player on the floor, I think the best player in the series is Nikola Jokic, even though it's really close and arguable when Kawhi's healthy, playing really well. And the signs are pointing to that is exactly what he's doing right now. But I still think Jokic is the best player on the floor. We know playoff Murray is a different player, monster, and animal. That elevation is real. The Clippers will have their chances and opportunities in this series. I think the Clippers are live in this series to win it. I just don't see them pulling off game one. That's all I'm saying. I think Denver comes out, makes a statement, kind of puts everybody at ease. Like, I know Malone's gone, but we're still good here. We're coming back together, and home is where we dominate. And I think that's what happens here. I think the narrative has kind of gone too far. What makes me a little nervous is we got to give credit to the Clippers. I believe they're 7-1 on the road, last 8. So they're much improved on the road than they were for majority of the season. Majority of the season, it was take them at home, fade them on the road. But they improved on the road down the stretch. I think Denver does it here. I like that first quarter play from Jovan as well. And kind of what he said about the first quarter, I think just translate full game for me. So I'm on Denver. I'm late. Let's go to the last two, fellas. We got the Los Angeles Lakeshore Lakers and the Timber Puppies battling it out. Lakers are laying, last time I checked, 4.5. And we have the Knickerbockers, laying 7.5 on the Pistons. Total 220.5 in that one. Two good games to close out the night. Vaughn, you're first here, buddy.
Yeah. Knicks been getting battered and bruised by the Pistons. But I think that one it's in their head. And I think first quarter is the way to go with the Knicks. I don't know if it translates to full game, but I think, MSG is going to be rocking. I think you might see some jitters out of out of Detroit. They haven't been playing well defensively, and I think that it'll be an opportunity for the Knicks to get a substantial lead in the first quarter. So that's the way I'm looking at that one. So it'll be Knicks first quarter for me. I'm also on the over. I think that there's going to be points scored in this one. The Knicks defense isn't as good as last season, with the big meow on the court. You know, I believe that they're going to be attacking Karl Anthony Towns when, on the defensive end. Um, so I think both of these teams could score their fair share of points. And with these playoff games, last few seasons, historically, is a differentiation of regular season basketball to playoff basketball in the way these games are officiated. Not so much last few years, So these are still being called like regular season games for the most part. You might see a quarter or two where the refs will swallow the whistle, but I think in a game like this, game one, you'll see a healthy share of fouls, of the refs blowing the whistle. So, and that's in general for these games. Don't look for the referees to swallow the whistle, especially in game one. They're gonna call their foul. They're gonna call these fouls. Later on in the series, if it goes deep, then you might see the rest. Let the players play. Just a little tidbit, but I like the over in that one. The Lakers Minnesota game. Looking at the first quarter, I actually think that Minnesota, might have a lead by the end of the first quarter. So I'm just going to take a shot with them on the money line, first quarter. Nothing, nothing too deep about it. The Lakers. This has been a home team series. Luka's only played one of those games. That was back in February. The Lakers pretty much, had the lead for that whole game. But I just think that, with the rest and the preparation, Minnesota might show a little something in the first quarter and have a lead. So, you could take it with the spread, but I'm shooting for the Stars with the money line first quarter.
Chris, bro.
Okay.
Why you didn't tell me I skipped you?
That's okay. There wasn't a whole lot for me, anyways.
What you like here in all four, I guess. I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll go with the over in that Bucks Pacers game. We saw high scoring games aplenty in the regular season. I know it's playoff basketball, and there's something to be said for that, but these are also two teams that can, run and gun, push up and down the floor. So give me the over in that one. I am taking the Clippers here. Stupid, dummy, crazy, be damned.
Of course you are.
Stupid, dummy, crazy can shove it up the Nuggets' ass. They fired Michael Malone. This team is lost.
I don't know about that. Here's the thing, Chris. With this, and I don't know what it is, but they fired him. It seems like they weren't playing for him on the defensive end because all of a sudden they started playing defense. I don't know what it is, So just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I like Mike Malone as a coach. I like him as a coach, but I think he might have lost. He might have lost the message might have got lost in that room.
What I gathered from what it was Jokic, Murray, y'all do whatever the hell y'all want. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Christian Braun, y'all fucking suck. Y'all need to get better at y'all's job. I'm on y'all ass every day, but I'm coddling the 2 stars is ultimately what it became. And so what it seemed like now over the last couple of days, it's now become more inclusive. You know, the new coaches allowing the other guys to have more of an opinion. The other guys are now more bought into what is going on. That's what I've gathered from the situation. But who knows?
Got it. So they fired Michael Malone for being right. Okay, cool. Got it now that I understand it.
Fair.
It's the NBA for you.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, the NBA, they have a in every stadium or wherever, you know, the front offices, they have a direct staircase for the players to go to the ownership and higher ups, and you know, put a little bug in their ear.
They make too much money. They make too much money, man. They make more money than the guy that's supposed, you know, than the GM. So why the hell am I listening to you? When I can just go to the owner.
And it's like that in other sports, you know, don't get me wrong. It's like that in baseball. You know, for certain guys, you know, football if you're the quarterback. You know, but yeah, NBA, it doesn't necessarily have to be the stars.
Yep. All right, Chris. Tell me why you taking the Clippers, bro. Tell me, please.
I'm all about riding momentum into the playoffs, and they showed me that you're right. They were terrible on the road for a lot of the season. I'm not disputing that at all. But they showed me something in those final couple games of the regular season. They grinded out a win over the Kings. And yeah, they were laying 7.5 points on the road in that game. But sometimes you got to win ugly games like that to, you know how to, get the job done in crunch time. And they also did it against the Warriors in a high-stakes game to avoid the play-in tournament. For me, I have seen in the past what load management has done for Kawhi Leonard. And when Kawhi is in the playoffs and he gets into that mode, he is not a guy that you want to see on the other end of the floor. He makes everybody around him better when he's healthy. If he's out of the lineup, don't get me wrong. If he for whatever reason ends up on the sideline at any point in this series for a substantial amount of time, the Nuggets are winning this series. I have zero qualms about that. But for me right now, I understand, and I don't blame anybody for taking the approach of taking the Denver Nuggets at home. For me, though, I think the Clippers are right on par with the Denver Nuggets. I want a free bucket in my pocket with this team. I think they could win this game outright. I think that, I just think the Clippers are a solid team that, like I said, are caught fire at the right time. So give me the Clippers and the free bucket.
Fair enough. Anything else?
I guess am I going with the full four?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the Lakers. Lakers at home. Not someone I want to step in front of. The Timberwolves got to show me that they're able to take the talents on the road and compete here. I can call into question a lot of who they played down the stretch and be like, does that really prepare you for playing the Lakers? Especially if it's a fully healthy Lakers team with Luka and LeBron in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know. So give me the Lakers in that one. And Knicks Pistons. Me, I every time I see the Pistons as a road dog, I'll take it. So give me the Pistons and the points.
For me, I'm on the Pistons as well. I just think it's a case of too many points. We've seen them win 3 or 4 against the Knicks this season. It's really, they've won 3 straight. And the one that the Knicks won, they did dominate the Pistons, but that game was on the 1st of November. So it's like, do you even really take anything from that game? Not really. The last 3 were December, January, and earlier this month. So looking at who these 2 teams have been full season, the Knicks have been overrated, overvalued for a lot of the season. There's a New York tax attached to the Knicks because they're in New York. I do believe the Knicks are the better basketball team. I do believe the Knicks win this game tonight. I do believe the Knicks win this series. I just believe it's too many points to lay on a Pistons team. Who have the Pistons been historically? A team that beats you up, drags you down to their level, slugfest style game. Like that's Pistons culture, and I think that's exactly what this game is going to be. I don't think any game is just going to be a Knicks runaway. I think they're all going to be competitive. I think Detroit will have chances to win games, a lot of games. This may even go 6 or 7. Knicks are the better team. I just trust them in moments like this. I trust Cat. I don't really trust Cat.
I was about to say.
No, I don't really trust Cat. Brunson, that's my guy, man. But there's still a couple question marks about Brunson being, the main guy of a team trying to go do what the Knicks are trying to do. It's still the Pistons at the end of the day. I understand that, but it's still the Knicks at the end of the day. I just think this game is going to be, in this series, is going to be competitive. Knicks should win it. I think the Pistons fight, though, and don't go down. Don't go down lightly. That's all I'm saying. I want the points in that one. Lakers, Timber Puppies. Y'all know I want to take the Lakers. Y'all know I like the Lakers here. I could talk about this game multiple ways. This is, of all the games today, this is, though, to be honest, the one I want to sit back and watch first, though. And it's because we don't have a whole lot of data here on these two against each other. We just don't have a lot of data. The Lakers came together at the deadline. So these two teams only played one real game, and I don't want to take too much from that one singular game. Luka Doncic is the kryptonite of the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's evident. We saw that last postseason. Step back 40. You can't fucking guard me. We know what it is with Rudy Gobert, regular season and postseason splits. Regular season, he's a defensive player of the year. Postseason basketball, he's almost unplayable. It's a clash of styles in this game. Can Minnesota play big and dominate the Lakers playing big, or do the Lakers force the Timber Puppies to play small? Game 1, I am on the Lakers. It's super public. Everybody, their mama, uncle, and auntie is on the Lakers, but the public does win too. And I think this is one where we kind of skate by. I don't think it's going to be a sweat-free cash. It's probably going to be a sweat-filled cash. Lakers going to be up 3 with 4 seconds left. Foul. 2 free throws made. They win by 5 for the cover style game. Lakers have been a really trustworthy team at home from an ATS perspective this season. I have bet Minnesota quite a bit on the road this season. I trust Minnesota much more on the road than I do at home. Tough game. I'm not in love with the Lakers in this one, as many of you may think. But I am leaning in that direction. And I will have a couple dollars, of course, on the Lakers. Brian?
Yeah, I got premium picks on these last 2 games, so I'll go back and give another one. I'll take the LA Clippers. I agree with Ruffalo there, plus the points. I mean, you got to just look at the line and say Denver Nuggets only -2.5 at home, a place where over the years Denver's always, whether they're good or not, always a tough place to play. Line just seems fishy to me. I think this is a 1 to 2 point Denver win, and the Clippers get that backdoor cover. So for me, I got to go with the LA Clippers here, plus the points.
All right, fellas, that's it. That's all. We covered everything under the sun today.
Fast and furious here.
Yeah, right under an hour. We did it. We did it. Now, on a card like this today, I know there's some plays you guys absolutely love today. Some plays that you got your money on today. Some plays that you're feeling the best about. And you can find those over at Pick Dog's Premium Franchise Player. Chris Ruffalo. What you got over there today, my man?
Yeah, I got my $15 MLB pickoff play. I also got that as part of my Saturday Slam 5-pack. Also have an NBA play of the day on the board as well. But the best value is to hop on something long-term. If you grab a 3-day pass, I also got a couple of bonus plays in there for long-term subscribers. So make sure that you check it out. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, 15% off your purchase. Pair any of us up on the morning show or any of us on the website for that matter. Use that multi-capper promotion. It's the best value for best bang for your buck over at Pick Dog Premiums. Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Says the franchise. Brian.
For me, 76 and 53, all sports run 59%, but really it's all NBA and NHL for me lately as far as being hot. 26 and 14, NBA runs 65%. You can get my best bet winner, my titanium, over at pickdogs.com. It's in the NBA, so plenty of time to get in on it. It's the late game. Maybe pair me up with Jovan, 2-for-1 capper special. If you add me and Jovan's profits up in the NBA this year, $26,000 for a $1,000 better. So definitely can't go wrong there. Check out pickdogs.com and my titanium best bet.
Hop on with Brian B. Do the damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. NBA playoffs start today, NHL playoffs start today. He hot in both. Do the damn thing with that man. Make you some money. Jovan, what you got going on today, bro?
Yeah, it's NBA Saturday, first round of the playoffs. Not that playing stuff, so game one is time to roll. Got 4 NBA plays in all, 2 separate 3-packs in those. Might be eyeing a 5th play. Not too sure. I'm gonna look at a couple things before I make that decision. I also have a Major League Baseball play, not up on the board, so that's for longer term customers. So jump on something long term, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. I might put another MLB play up on the board as well.
Hop on with Jovan, man, and kick the crap out of the books. For me today, ladies and gentlemen, I got my NBA play of the day. I love today's NBA play of the day. I'm pretty heavily invested in it. Off a 2-0 night for me last night in the NBA, just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward in the postseason. Playoffs. Like Jovan said, play and done, man. Playoffs start today. No longer just postseason, it's playoffs. So locked and loaded. Been up grinding all morning. Ready to do the damn thing today. So I think I got 2 NBA plays today and a baseball. So three plays, maybe 4. 3, maybe 4 plays for me today. Pick Dogs Premium. Light, but hitting hard. Let's do the damn thing today. Y'all know what time it is now, man. Parlay time. Parlay. Franchise. What you got for me, man?
Yeah, let's go with the Lakers laying the points. Let's go with the baseball. Let's go with the over in Phillies Marlins and the over in Rangers Dodgers.
Brian.
I'm going to go with the LA Clippers plus the 2.5, Indiana Pacers laying the points, and the Colorado Avalanche on the money line.
Mr. Two-teamer.
I'll give out 4 of them. Nuggets first quarter, Knicks first quarter. That's 1. Red Sox extendo clip up to -3. Braves extendo clip -2. That's another one. Cincinnati Reds and Tampa Bay Rays. That's another one. And for the last one, Bucks first half money line. Timberwolves first quarter money line. That's the last one.
3-teamer for me. All 3 sports today. We're going to start NHL. Dallas Stars. Come on, man. Let's go. In the dub, okay. Stars money line. We're going to go to baseball. We're going to attack another plus money line. We're rocking with the 50-50 Twins, man. We fading Chris Sale. We fading the Braves. They got to show me. And then we'll go to the NBA. Let's go first half money line. Detroit Pistons. Kind of feeling the Detroit Pistons first half money line. I think it's going to be tight. I think that first half between them two are going to look exactly how majority of the games looked out. And then if the Knicks do bust a move, it'll be late 4th, 3rd quarter. That's why I'm attacking it, man. Pistons first half money line. Twins money line. Stars money line. A little 13 for y'all today. All plus money. Let's get rich. Money making Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, man. Action packed Saturday. NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs, full card of Major League Baseball, WrestleMania. Man, should be a great day. Any final words, Chris, Brian, Javon, before we get out of here?
Sweep the board.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with some more plays. We'll act more professional than we did today.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Same thing tomorrow. Is it 2 NHL tomorrow?
3.
3 NHL tomorrow, 4 NBA tomorrow. I believe a full schedule of Major League Baseball. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. It's that time of season. See y'all tomorrow. We out here.